And we're back. Or we're starting, not back.
We're here.
Anyway, welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Metal. It exists and it can be sharp.
Or soft.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Yep. we are in November 2022, and we are playing Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is episode 4. It's going to be kind of a smaller episode because Jonathan's not here, so we're going to just kind of do a little interim thing, but it is episode 4. I am Ian playing Erden, the Firebender.
Bev playing Ash, the non-bender.
And I'm Dylan playing Woon Young, the Earthbender.
And I'm Austin, your narrator light for today's 4.5 Tales episode.
Excellent. What happened last time?
We got some calligraphy supplies. We may have incinerated a man a little bit.
He's
just a little.
What?
That's a strong way.
He's mostly... You put him in an urn.
That doesn't...
It's a big urn, okay? It can fit a person.
Okay.
No, you absolutely flambéed some earthbending brisket in a hole. Like full-on barbacoa style.
Yeah. I have a feeling there's more to that guy, because, like, he wasn't an earthbender before, and now he is, and I have a feeling that's a thing. But
maybe he rubbed shoulders with a lion turtle on the way to us. You know, you never know.
Maybe. He was saying something about keeping stuff for themselves, but yeah.
Trying to gain bending.
I'm not here for your mind bending with your games. You ended up flambeing him and leaving him unconscious with ice manacles.
Yep. So now we have the 4 rare, we have all 4 rare things, and we have 4 small things as well.
You also didn't just stumble upon the calligraphy set. There was an adventure up top.
Oh yeah,
with the lemurs.
Yeah. The lemurs.
Oh yes.
The lemurs see all.
I tried to organize them into a military force, and then realized how powerful they would be. And immediately, I was not worthy to lead them.
Excellent.
There can only be one.
There can be only one.
Okay. What's narrator? What is our game plan for today?
No, you were nailing it. It was great. Let's just do it. It was great. I'm just writing down some more notes here. No. After scrambling away from leaving your new friend all cozied up inside of a shed, you know, as heroes do.
Yep.
Because that's what heroes do.
There's a bit of fracas in the back with some yelling and shouting, and oh my god, there's a man in my shed.
Just Erden, that's what she said.
And then in your haste to scatter and flee, you got separated from Jane, and she got picked up for some pleasant questions by the air acolytes. So she's gonna get a free trip back to the Air Acolyte Assembly.
Did we
on
see
an air
this
bison
happen?
again. Oh, you betcha! All you see is her berating them, saying, I'm just here for the, but I'm coming from out of town, and I don't drink my water." So you see them kind of like sniffing it and kind of like reeling back with their eyes all dizzy and stuff.
I feel like that's got to be like a huge faux pas, like trying to drink an airbender's bending water or a waterbender's.
Waterbender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they were actually going to drink it. I think they were just sniffing at what was in the gourd.
Why can't we drink your water? We're not going to, but now I want to know.
Yeah, and it sniff, almost passes out from the smell of turpentine. Yeah, like she's not like
LSD.
under arrest, but they're getting a free ride on an air bison back to the ceremony ahead of you guys.
Yeah. Little light questioning.
Yeah.
Yellow card.
So you guys are kind of like,
wait, what merits a red card if person in shed who looks very badly burned is a yellow card?
I am the Phoenix Lord. My reign will be wide in my arms.
I'm Melon Lord.
So yeah, you're kind of left. It's late still. You kind of left them locked up, dark in the thing. You may want to find a gang hole to rest and recover. I know a few of you are warm, toasted, air deprived.
I love resting in a good gang hole.
Yeah, you know what? We made it canon, and they are not going anywhere fast. And you do know that the ceremony will be ending, the ceremony for the end of the scavenger hunt will be for tomorrow. We'll be handing out prizes for the top players who've gathered prizes. Now, your prizes have been a little bit different. So I don't know.
Belongs in a museum.
Or you won't know if you can take any of those artifacts in and count them for points. Considering the difference between the items you've seen after you went and found one of the real ones using Jane's maps.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good old banger drum.
Ours are definitely worth points if they want them back.
If you guys are feeling randy, you're welcome to travel throughout the night, or you're welcome to settle up in one of the air nomad gang holes nearby for the morning.
I have 2 boots deep in a gang hole already.
What?
I'm 2 boots deep in a gang hole already. I've been at 5 stamina for like an episode already.
Yeah, I'm at 5 fatigue as well.
Yeah. We need to sleep.
I was going to say, didn't we say that we gave Jane the chopsticks?
Correct.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dang it.
Yeah, each one of us is holding a different artifact. That way we can't lose any artifacts.
I don't remember ever giving you one of the artifacts. I think I purposefully didn't, but sure, let's go with I gave you Roku's thingy.
Oh, you purposely didn't.
One of us gets captured by authorities, they'll know that we're all screwed.
Well, they're not going to search her, like her bag or anything. They're just smelling what was on her back.
But still, like that's too much of a risk. Like, okay, we need to go back and grab her and get her out of questioning stuff. I say, I look back at you guys and you're both like super exhausted and like ouchies.
You all look like them after not sleeping for 5 days. Just black death circles under your eyes. You hearing Momo talk to you in the corner.
Jane's a big girl. She can take care of herself. I vote we go and take a nap because I'm exhausted.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to rescue right now is a bowl of chili and a pillow.
Chili in this world is a gazpacho. A chilled soup.
I hate my life.
Don't worry, buddy.
Are we more in need of guys? Are we more in need of something like a meal or a hospital? Like where are we?
I hear you can get meals at a hospital.
But like if we go to a hospital, then people ask us questions.
Yeah.
I'm now saying this out loud to you guys. I'm like, if we go to a hospital, people do ask us questions.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I agree. I think we go to a gang hole. We get some food in us. We rest up a little bit, like just some light bandages. Get ourselves.
I'm not particularly injured. I've just been sucking dudes down all day. So
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's been a hard day for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I think a little rest, recharge.
I messaged a DM and I need to wait for him to message me back before I know what to do next.
Yeah. So Erden and Wu are going into a gang hole together.
Oh my.
It's
okay. I look at you guys and I'd be like, that's not necessary. Just come with me. Just come with me.
And they were never seen again.
Good game, guys. I was Ian.
The bad guys win.
I'm going to wrap myself up in a sleeping bag then, and I'm going to hop around angrily.
Okay, so based off of the answers I've gotten from the DM, I'm gonna lead you guys kind of like a few blocks down the streets to kind of mainlanders will know what I'm talking about. Kind of like the commercial drive of Republic City for people who know Vancouver city streets. It's kind of like it's kind of like a main-ish road in like not like the rough part of town, but not the fancy part of town either. But like, like just a couple blocks, like basically there's like all the street vendors. And then like, this is the road where like, that's mostly restaurants, but like not like fancy restaurants, like hole in the wall that is Gems restaurants.
You're realistically not that far away from where that blubber vendor is.
Right.
Yeah.
But like also he gets the blubber that the real chefs don't want to use.
That's what makes it the good stuff.
That's what makes it the good stuff.
I swear if you're taking us for more blubber, I can't eat another bite.
I am not taking you for blubber. I just gotta be sure this place is still open. And I lead you guys to sorry, message that I got. I lead you guys to a place that's like, it's the kind of place that like looks kind of maybe a little bit sketch, but the smell is really good. Like the food, like it's a, oh, I'm hungry kind of a smell. And I lead you there and I grab us a table.
Okay.
I fall asleep at the table instantly.
It immediately begins sleeping. You are not the only one. Because it's kind of like one of those open air kind of like walk through kitchens where there's like picnic tables, a cover, some heaters everywhere.
Yeah. There's like patio's a generous word, but yeah.
And you can see all kinds because it is still late at night. You see some lanterns being lit by some firebenders.
Yeah. Big window to the kitchen in the back kind of a thing, and guys yelling at each other as they like fry stuff.
Nice.
There's like
and
this.
I pull up my hood as I well, yeah. I'm assuming there's some kind of like server or somebody who asks us what we want, and I just start ordering like food for the table and drinks.
Oh yeah, it's just like this, like a big, like burly, like dude in earthbender clothes. He's kind of got the paler complexion of a firebender. He's super scraggly, got a big beard that's like down to his chest. It's got like bits of food in it still. You can see from them like carrying dishes into the back and just chucking them into a bin. He kind of looks at you down, with like a kind look in his eyes, but a gruff turn of his face, or a gruff like tone of his voice, saying like, "Hurry your shit up! I don't have time for this." What do you guys be having? Kind of looks at the unconscious guy. Well, sleeping people get drinks for free.
In that case, I'll have a tea. Then I go back to sleep.
Erden immediately looks like he's asleep.
There's like a twinkle in the eye. You made the right choice. Kind of leans down. We've got a special contract with the Green Dragon from Ba Sing Se.
Ooh. I
don't respond. He's trying to fake me out. He's trying to make me pay for it. I'm playing that game.
Well played. He kind of takes your order, kind of nods with a lingering glance over the hooded figure. After looking down at the order and looking back, it's a little familiar. Off they go, and when within 5-10 minutes, food is all thrown on your table, sloshed around. Crockery used but unbroken, obviously mended by some very talented earthbenders. Nice. But not in a way that it's hidden. You can't just say that to these people.
I didn't. I said it under my breath to myself.
But the whole camaraderie and the hominess of the meal and the atmosphere is people are kind of roaming in from all different aspects of life, of poor, and you get some richer folk coming in because they used to grow up here or they came here during the festivals, plus some tourists. It's a very active, lively, peaceful environment. So you definitely get to recover a couple of fatigue, as well as
fatigue.
I will give you 3 fatigue.
Woo! That fills me up, or empties me out.
Oh god, I was already at 5. Now I'm hella unconscious.
Yeah, so you all gain 3 fatigue because this meal makes you all have food babies now.
It's so delicious.
Nice.
It's because you didn't wake up for his stuff. You actually got the Green Dragon tea.
Excellent.
And it is real deal.
It is real deal.
I rose jasmine.
Someone else is probably going to drink it while I'm asleep.
I mean, if he's not, I'm going to.
That's fair.
Just being in the presence of such majestic tea, the aromas just energize you.
I want the stuff he was drinking in the spirit realm.
You have to get a special teapot for that.
That's true.
And he tell you there's lodging nearby if you wish to camp for the night, but it is getting pretty late. But you're welcome to just camp here all night and settle up on the picnic tables.
I'm gonna say that while these guys are eating, I at one point get up and go over to the guy, and I'm like, "Hey, so we need a place to crash. Also, hi."
He's like, I cannot believe a bunch of tourists come into my... Oh, it's you.
Hey. How you been?
Thought I recognized your order.
Also, I'm going to say the spicing on the ginger beef is genuine improvement. What did you add to that? Because that was really good.
You can see a few of the anger lines soften off his face as you kind of the glimmer in his eye. I managed to get some special just jasmine from the Northern Water Tribe. They grow it in their spirit oasis. It's amazing.
Nice. Yeah, well, it makes a difference.
Kind of looks you up and down, looks around. The common room upstairs has some furs you can throw down.
Appreciate
It's not
it.
the comfiest, but it'll be cozy, and there'll be tea all night. Don't make a mess.
I won't. I cannot guarantee for my buddies, but I will do my best.
Kind of grabs your arm before you walk back. Don't touch anything.
Okay, but can I touch the furs to make beds?
kind of blinks for a second. Yeah, of course. Go fucking eat.
Thank you. I start to walk away and I just kind of turn back and I'm like, by the way, I'm sorry I never wrote. I was on the lam.
I couldn't read it anyways.
That's fair. I grab the guys and I take them up to sleepover zone. We're gonna have a sleepover.
Who doesn't want to sleep on picnic tables?
They're not picnic tables. There's, it's a room. It's a room up top. I take them there to sleep, or at least to short rest, at least.
Yeah.
Just 3 dudes having a sleep, little nap.
Little bro cozy.
Little slumber party.
Sneaky little cuddle puddle.
Yep. Would have been better in a gang hole, but that's okay.
It would not. So
I don't know about that.
So do we do this until do we wake up in the middle of the night or
unless you guys want to have a scene of pillow talk? But I will. One of the reasons he told you not to touch anything is because up top he's just the walls are covered in framed pictures of celebrities who come by his shop.
Nice.
And it's a good 40 plus of these, all on crappily made shelves. You can see are just handmade with just bits of wood just hammered into the wall. But the care and delicacy that the frames were made with.
I'd be your shrines. Yeah.
I'm gonna fondly just kind of look over the newer ones just to kind of see what's there, and then just kind of stop at the section that it's about 13 to 18 years ago. Just kind of dwelling on that section.
You'd see a bunch of kids and some early pictures with the mover star Bolin, and a couple pictures.
Shuffle away from that one.
And a couple of pictures of the fire ferret. And then in the newer era, you see some pictures of this bald kid with a knobbly head, kind of cackling over a giant bowl of noodles. Or you see a cute couple kind of sharing a bunch of little bow buns, wearing Earth Peace Corps outfits. But beyond that, it's some of them are very low key. There's just some dude with long hair and a headband wiping the edge of his face with a napkin, or an older man. You can see there's some foam on the side of it. You see some old man giving a thumbs up with some cabbage in hand. These people aren't celebrities. At least you don't know anything about them, so you don't know why he would be holding them up on his wall.
Maybe regulars or something like that.
And then it's a restful night. It's the morning peeks through the god rays do 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 do. It's glance across Erdine's and Woong's faces as all of a sudden you just hear from the bottom just poof, poof, poof. All right, furs are cold. Get the hell out of my house.
Erdin starts to wait. What the hell was that? That was
I am already downstairs in the kitchen throwing together breakfast.
I instinctively try to earth tent, but I can't because I'm not on dirt. And then I'm confused and belligerent. I think I'm under attack. I'm going to get up and No, I'm not going to get up. I'm going to try and fight whoever's boots it is that are making the vibrations in the floor, but without getting up off of the floor.
So Woong angrily,
gently, pawing at their feet, no, how dare you? Stop that!
He kind of looks down at you. It's like, I've seen saber-toothed moose lion cubs put more effort into avoiding a snakehawk. It's like, you need to get up.
My eyes open one slit, and then I pull my sleeping bag closed. I just pull my drawstrings.
There's kind of like this sigh, and then there's a click on the wall, and there's the floor opens up beneath you as you slide down.
Man has a trapdoor. Come on.
Of course, the man has a trapdoor. You're in the common room. You don't think he kicks people out of his common room?
I'm expecting a Sweeney Todd situation.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh no!
I crawl to the table.
This man had connections back in the evil days with people with unrepute. Of course, he has a trapdoor in his common room.
I ask no more questions. I'm terrified. He has magic floors, and I'm now way more awake than I want to be.
I assume you guys are now in the down, because I'm guessing that the common room was above, the floor is above the restaurant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you
So you guys now down in the kitchen or in the dining room or whatever?
Yeah, there's just this big banging from upstairs, some murmuring, and then the ceiling opens, and you just see Woong slide down beside you, just dark circles under his eyes, staring at the ceiling.
I slide a plate of a kind of ricey, eggy, breakfasty dish with fried pork and stuff on it.
Like Heidi Klum as a worm at the Halloween Awards.
That's basically what I'm doing with the bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need arms or hands or anything like that. I just need the opening that has my face in it.
And I slide over the tea next to the food.
I snort it. Let's go.
You snort tea.
It was not the cleansing star jasmine. Scratch his body.
Egg, snort tea. Listen to techno. Something. Solve mysteries or something. No, wait. Hold on.
Get by ascots?
Yeah, exactly. No, okay, you got where I'm going with this, yeah.
But you guys freely able to eat and rest. You can definitely tell the morning crowd is a bit more of the distinct blend of party too hard and am running out of time to go to work.
Speaking of running out of time to go to work, we have a ceremony to get to, don't we?
Yeah, that will be happening at the top of the hour when the sun reaches its apex during the day.
How long away is that, approximately?
You have about 4 hours to get there.
Why did we get up so early?
Because the guy woke you up early.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I internalize this rationalization, and then I resent him forever. But
I feel you resenting him, and I give you a warning glare.
You can't.
No. I do. It's a glare that says, "Hey, he didn't have to help us. He did help us."
What kind of emotion-bending bullshit is this?
Yeah. Not to mention that now she's trying to send me psychic missives. Okay, I do not receive your message because I'm tired and I'm also not psychic.
Okay, that's fair.
So you're welcome to make your travel wherever you wish. You can definitely tell things are winding down. A lot of the vendors are taking down a bit more of their extravagant "come look at me" banners and signs, kind of resetting more for the traditional fare that you'd expect in the towns. The streets are getting less crowded. There's less touristy folks around in the morning. Everyone's kind of slowly migrating back towards Airpeace Island.
I make sure to appreciate it before we send on our way, and then I head out with the rest of them.
There's like a dismissive wave as he like over his hands, and then as you kind of like you guys are all like packing up to leave, he throws Woong and Erden an extra like little lunch package. That's like a couple rice buns and a little like decanter of tea. Says you guys look a little worn out still. You know, if you get the time.
Oh,
just doesn't finish his sentence, and he turns back to the stove.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thank him profoundly and carry on my way.
Erden just leaves just like a sack of coins on the table.
I leave a cool rock I found.
For an earthbender, that's effectively the same thing.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I found a cool rock. I think he'll appreciate cool rock. He seems like the kind of guy who will appreciate cool rock as currency.
That's fair.
All right. So you can probably find a rickshaw if you wanted to. You can't waterbend a swan boat to Airpiece Island this time. You're welcome to spend some time weaving around the city, maybe collecting some scavenger bits. These are all options available to you. You don't feel like you're in a particular risk of rain, as it were.
Look, guys. Honestly, if Jane wanted to spill the beans on us, or if they really had anything on Jane and us, it would have happened by now. So as far as I'm concerned, Jane's having a relaxing time on Airbender Island. Why don't we hire a rickshaw, go around the city, have a relaxing day, picking up all these little trinkety things, win the contest, and, you know, have a good time of it. What do you guys think?
If you pay for the rickshaw, I'm in.
Yeah, sure. I just pulls out another bag of coins and just starts shaking it in the air. Like trying to wave down a rickshaw.
I mean, I'm a little bit concerned about things like timelines, and, you know, like this scavenger hunt seems like a massive waste of time when there is potentially conspiracy thingies going on, and oh gosh, you guys aren't listening to me at all. You're already in a rickshaw. Dang it, guys, come on!
They're already talking whether they want the red one or the green one.
Yeah. Two rickshaws pull up. Erden's just like, I don't know. This guy looks a little faster than that guy.
I'm like thinking, if I didn't give you guys the other bags, I would be gone.
Yeah.
But if you want to flag down a rickshaw, it'll take you basically wherever you want from here. You have the world is your oyster.
We pull out one of the like real maps, not the one that we got. And I'm just like, you've probably been to a bunch of these areas. We'll go around the city, and we're just gonna collect all the last minute stuff.
How many different people have done that to this guy over the course of the night?
Yeah, see, that's the thing is this guy, he likes money. All right, don't get me wrong. He really likes money, but he's also really tired of this tourist bullshit.
Yeah.
It's been a lot, so what I'm going to have you do is going to rely on your skills and training or convince him. Your money is going to give you a big advantage here. Your sack of money is getting both feet in the door. Right now you're just stopping him from Sparta kicking you back out.
I'll rely on skills and training.
And this will be like you relying on the fact that you're rich enough to convince him to go anyways.
Nah, that's an 11.
What? Stop rolling so hard, damn.
Well, I get +2 to it, so...
This is stupid. Okay.
Yep, nope. I'm just gonna look at him and be like, you're right. It's been a long day for you, rickshaws, and I know you work hard. I get it. It's hard. And as he's saying all this, he just keeps pulling out more like coins into the bag that he gave the guy. He's like, it's so difficult, your job. It's incredibly hard. I could never do such a job like this. And he just keeps filling the bag.
Clunk, clunk.
And he's just like, I feel like if we get this done quicker, then you could just call it a day after us. and go home to your family. Clunk, clunk. Pulls out another bag. Clunk.
As he drop like the next half bag of yuans into that bag, he kind of like puts his hand up and says, "You're so respectful and different from all the other people I've had to deal with."
I get that a lot.
It's so refreshing to have somebody who understands the lifestyle as the money disappears in a way you've never seen before. It's just gone. he like that weird gif of the rabbit patting the seat beside him. He pats the seat beside him. Like, I can fit all of you all day. I am at your whim.
Excellent. I was hoping that, I knew you were the right rickshaw to hire.
That's not creepy at all. This is why you shouldn't trust people who just throw money at problems. They have no insight.
I will mention
toy traders.
By the way, I will mention Erden's still wearing short shorts that are like burnt short shorts. Because he fully singed his pants all the way up. Like these are like Dixie cut short shorts here.
There's people selling clothes everywhere. Like, the vendors are still open.
It's fine. And like his legs are like covered in soot and a little bit like...
Yeah, he didn't say he had a problem with it. He said he was calling attention to it.
Yeah. He like sits down and like crosses his legs and he's like, well, let's go, guys.
Okay, so we're going to do this nice and easy. I'm going to do 2 little tracks here. And then I'm going to give each of you a couple scenes to kind of describe how you're getting the bits using like your skills and bending and stuff.
Right.
And you can pick whatever skills and stuff that you can rely on. Like, it doesn't have to be the rely on skills and training, get fucked with focus type thing. Yeah. This is like your quick little narrative scene as you get your little tchotchkes and your little things, and then I'll let you know from your descriptions and your dice rolls how well you did. And then at the end, we'll see how much you guys succeeded to get, or however you decide to get back to Airbender Island.
Nice.
So as he kind of, his legs start pattering faster and faster like Sonic the Hedgehog. Wow! Off he goes. No secret passages like your Earthbender friend.
That's okay.
We don't have an Earthbender friend.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah. He specifically, I mean, there is no he. I remember no such man.
Move your balance 1 point back towards center.
I'll do that because I'm so far towards support that I'm about to fall off the edge of the world.
So you remember the rule, and then we're going to spin fancy Padoga dice here. And it's going to be, we're going to have Erden. You get the first scene.
Okay.
So this is just going to be for one of the little white ones.
Okay. Yeah, Erden, like we pull up to one of the little areas and Erden kind of hops off and he's looking through all the shops and things and, just slowly looking around, trying to find where the air nomads are, and he'll spot them just a little ways away. And I'm going to wander up and be like, hey, awesome. I take one, right, guys? I can take one of these. Is that okay?
They kind of nonchalantly don't even look at you. Yeah, take one. It's the last day anyways. We're not really caring.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna take one for each of our the group. Like they're just doing a little shopping, but they're right. I wait. I'm gonna say here. Wait, I'm gonna push my luck here.
Okay.
Rolling passion. That'll be an 8.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Erden, or I as I went through some of the shops, I bought a few things and just paid with like a larger coin. I'll have bought like a $1 like little pin or a tchotchke or some kind of like little souvenir thing, and I just like dropped a 20 or a 50 kind of thing instead of what it actually was. And so I'll be like, yeah, no, I my friends are just right over there, and I'll just wave and I'll be like, hey, and like a bunch of people will wave back at me because they're like, yeah, that guy. And I'm like, see, there's like 10 of us in the group. We're all just going around having a good time. I'm just gonna grab like 10 or so things here for the whole group. Thanks, guys. You airbenders are doing a great job.
One of the guys like leaning on like sitting on a stool, like petting like a little a small polar bear dog, kind of like those like Salvation Army things, just leaning against the thing, kind of looks over. A couple of those guys I think have some already, but yeah, one for each of your friends is okay. You don't get to take as many as you wanted.
That's fair.
But you do get to take.
Drop a coin in his little thing, and
he kind of looks at it. No, actually, no, you're right. Those guys are okay. They should probably grab one too.
Thanks. I grab a bunch and head back over to the cart. Hey guys, thanks. And as soon as I'm out of the way of the airbenders, I'm like, ha. Erden's just like skipping along, and I get to the cart and I just drop into the rickshaw. I'll just dump all the things and just sit down cross-legged. So proud of myself. Just like, yeah. How many did you guys get?
And as you say that, we'll cut back over to flip the coin. It's going to be Woong this time.
Oh, geez.
And it's going to be for just a white one again.
Oh, Bev, what are you doing?
Sorry, playing with plastic.
It is so crinkly.
I'm sorry. It only just occurred to me. I'm like, oh, that's probably being picked up by the mic, isn't it? Whoops.
It's huge. It's so crinkly.
Sorry.
Can I...
This one's fully up to you. You can, just like Airden just did, where they were like pushing their luck with the thing and narratively did it. You can be in any section of the city, give or take. You can't cross the entire city.
Well, my creativity is not my strongest stat, but I think I'm going to try and trick them.
Okay.
I'm just going to like walk up and then I'm going to repeatedly change my disguise, like by like taking off my like elements of my uniform and showing up in different clothes and putting on a big mustache and ruffling my hair and like bit by bit change through like 3 or 4 different outfits that are not like full outfit / disguise changes, but enough so that assuming that you didn't know me before and you were never going to see me again, you might not put it together.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It might even be pushing my luck. Who knows? That depends on how smart.
That's up to you.
They didn't really seem like they cared, right? So
no, the last shift guys are pretty nonchalant about this, at least for the white ones.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try and trick them using creativity here. That's 11.
11? Damn.
So let's see. I get to pick on a 10 plus, pick 2. I'm going to say they act foolishly, and you get to say what additional opportunity they give me. And I'm going to say that they overcommit, so they are deceived for some time.
So, oh damn!
I'm Roger. They can't see through my. I have one outfit that they just can't see through, even though they're really, really stupid in general.
So as each of your guys come by, they don't know what it is, but you've just got this like energy about you, and each time they talk with you, they just and each of your different personas come by. It's just kind of like this cumulative effect where there's like, man, these people today are just so freaking awesome. Like, I am just loving the last shift. Everyone said this would be trash. Right, and like, by the time your like 6th or 7th personas comes by, they're just like handing these things out like candy. They're just throwing them across, like Prince Aliing this stuff, right? Just, who wants a thing? You want a thing, kid? Do you want it? I don't care. You taking it?
You want 75 golden camels? We got them. Okay. So I cleaned them out using a series of different outfits, and I assume that eventually, even if they did manage to see through my disguises, the fact that I've literally come up with like 15 disguises in a row at this point, they're probably just loving the act enough that they keep going along with it.
And then with like their overcommits, like, man, I just love these people. I love the people today. They let slip where a couple of bigger items are close by.
I immediately abandon my tactic to go hunt for bigger. No, I don't. I'm going to keep cleaning them out, and I'm going to pass this information on to Ash. Because Ash is, much like, better at that, like, two-faced plundering sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just like Woong and Erden come back kind of at the same time, both just handfuls of stuff cackling to themselves. Woong kind of looking a bit scattered with his outfit made of like 7 different, bold choices. Then you got like Woong sitting here, just like his pockets looking a tiny bit lighter.
I just stare at these two in disbelief. I don't. Okay.
It's the same energy that those kids who like take the entire, take one bucket feel.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Energy.
Take one bucket.
At least we're doing it at 9:00 at night. Like, we're not like going around at 5:00 in the afternoon before any other kids have gotten it.
It's true. You've applied the most morals possible to this.
We're just ensuring that there was no leftover candy.
Yeah. We didn't want to be rude.
Because that's what people don't want is free leftover candy, and by free I mean they already paid for it.
And as we cut over to you, Woong has some great information about where some of the more tippy top relics are, the ones that are the recreations.
Okay. I really couldn't care less about this dumb scavenger hunt. So I take that information and
sell it to the highest bidder.
I choose violence.
Sell to the closest spirit.
I tell a small child to watch his eyes light up with wonder. No, I don't do that either.
And then I quickly run faster than him to get it.
I will punch a child. Oh no. So I assume that they're acolytes with these prizes and things, right? Or at least milling about close by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, similar to the white ones. There's an acolyte. There's an acolyte near the tchotchke, but they're not nearly as well hidden as your artifact ones.
Yeah. I kind of adopt the whole yep, I'm just a happy-go-lucky tourist looking for my prizes, and because happy-go-lucky tourists just love to talk to everybody, I start chatting up the air acolyte and ask him how's the festival? How's this been going? Is it fun working, or is it is it a lot of work? Are the tourists super annoying, or is it fun, or whatever? How's your day been going?
He kind of looks at you for a moment. You can see him just his brain processing just the entire questionnaire you've thrown at him. Yes, no, okay. A day's been pretty long. Tourists ask a lot of questions. This is something the lower acolytes have to do, and the ceremony's almost over, so hopefully this will end soon.
Lower acolytes? So, wait, are you one of the lower acolytes, or is there I wouldn't have thought that you guys would have had a hierarchy. I thought nomads, there's just all the same level acolytes.
He kind of looks at you and like chortles in the way like an upper class kind of like person would.
An upper class nomad monk would.
Like, you're getting like all of a sudden you just see like a quick flash of Erden just over like laid over him for a second, and like this broad urge to punch a child. And he's like, no, you don't just become like Boomy or Kaya. You don't just do things like that. Like tourists.
No,
You have to earn it by sacrificing and being a good person. Fucking tourist.
So like you guys don't get like a bunch of like seasonal hires or volunteers for the events?
Well, obviously we get people to help out. We're air acolytes. We're good people. We attract people who like to help.
Oh, that's fair. I just, like some of the people who I've like seen on this thing, like they seem like there's some people who seem like they actually know what they're doing, and then they're just like, pardon the phrase, a bunch of airheads.
As you like say that last one, he kind of looks you up and down. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right?
This guy is just a complete dick.
Oh yeah,
he has
that's
a
fair.
very punchable face. I was gonna say something, but I've been putting it off until.
Oh
now.
no! This is an air acolyte. You wouldn't mind earthbending into a pit.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't mind, and I'm like, me. And like, yeah, no, like the guy who is handing out like scrolls and stuff, he seemed like a real dingus. Not gonna lie. It took us like 20 minutes even to get like a thing, and then it was so dumb. So I figured you guys had to have at least a few like guys who just kind of show up off the boat to help you out with this stuff.
Well, we don't let the volunteers come on the boat that much. The island's a bit crowded, but it's not too bad. And the guy at the beginning, he caused like 8+ traffic jams during that entire thing. We practiced this, volunteers beforehand, and yet he it's just as he's talking about this, like, you just see little swirls of air going around him as he's getting more and more pissed.
And I pull that thing where you're talking to a complete stranger, like an employee or something, and you're just like, no, tell me all about that.
And he starts venting at you.
Yeah,
and
absorbing the venting.
It's also just kind of like actual venting for a little bit. And
tell me more about that guy specifically.
And he's like, and the stupid miscolored sails, and I got in trouble for the. And he just goes off, and he's like, you're letting people in that don't need to be there, and it's like, and his distraction kind of like wanders off and starts tirading off and like longer and longer pacing, leaving just the relic dispensatory abandoned.
I was going to say that, but before he walks away, am I allowed to use guide and comfort to get like, because really I'm mining him for information about the guy who gave us the thing, and like he said something about wrong colored sails and letting the wrong people in and stuff like that, and what does that mean? Am I allowed to roll harmony for that one?
You betcha.
Okay, so harmony and another dice.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 10.
Fuck you. Do you guys miss a dice roll? Like, this is it. Okay. What were you doing again?
I just kind of like start to pull like that like more earnest, like, oh man, that sucks. So like what, he was letting the wrong people in, and something about you got in trouble for sales and colors.
He's not the most smart person, so he kind of falls for this hook, line, and stinker. I'm
just that good. Okay, no.
No, you played him like he is putty. He is pudgy in your hands.
Well,
but
yeah, I mean, like you've had a hard day.
So he kind of lets you know. It's like, yeah, you let a bunch of volunteers on a tour around the airpiece thing. Said they were okay to be there. But I checked. They weren't okay to be there. And when I went back to talk to him about it, he threw me against the wall.
What?
But no one believes me because he's just...
Oh, I believe you. He was a complete jackass when he was handing us this thing. What? He was just leading people, like, all around the island? Like what? In like people's bedrooms, or like where was he taking them?
No, just can't get to the bedrooms without personal keys. He's taking them around, like, the treasury, the records rooms, all the kind of public areas we have shut down right now because we're doing, resorting and repatriation of artifacts. So things are a bit hectic.
Oh, that sounds cool. Like what? Like what kind of artifacts?
As you say, it kind of like puffs up. It is pretty cool. I've even handled a couple of them.
Oh my gosh, what did you handle?
It kind of like his kind of face flushes, and he's like, well, they were in protective cloth to keep them away from prying eyes, like as yourself.
Oh, yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm gonna keep that to ourselves. It's a secret. And you kind of like see him like sweating and coughing and like pulling on his neck a bit.
But still, it seems like that guy just seems like such a dingus. Of course, he would take people like where like the artifacts and stuff were. Like records rooms. That sucks. Anyway.
Yeah, but what are you going to do with project new hires?
Right? Yeah, no. Totally know what you mean to get a few of those at work, right?
Kind of like calms down, like shakes his robes out a bit. And you see some like warmer, stinkier air kind of waft off into the distance. Kind of settles down. It's like, I feel better.
Sorry, did he just fart?
No,
warm,
no. He was getting all
robes?
hot and bothered.
Okay. Whoa. I didn't know I was coming off that effectively.
And he's like, so I guess you want one of the relics because you're one of the tourists.
I mean, it's mostly my team squad over here who really wants to get it. I'm just here for the food, honestly.
Just imagining like one of those like Captain America like wave and nods from the two guys in the rickshaw. He's like,
out of curiosity, like they've been doing really well, and I've actually been doing kind of crappy at this thing. So could you just tell me where it is so that they don't make fun of me again?
He kind of like looks over, kind of like moves like a basket over and lifts it up, and inside is like a bunch of them. He's like, I guess you can take a couple for each of you guys.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I take exactly 3 because I'm not, I'm not an animal. And I just kind of like at one point, like I just kind of like pat him on the shoulder. I say thanks, and then I make that direct eye contact, and I'm like, I really do appreciate it. You guys do a really good job, and I just want you to know, like this whole thing, bad intro scroll handout guys aside, you guys have been doing a solid thing, and I really appreciate you.
He just kind of like, aw shucks, as like the wind kind of whirls around him again. His face goes bright red.
You do you, man.
Broken the bitch.
Right? I'll see you at the ceremony.
He kind of like, then his face goes downcast. I'm on cleanup duty.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Well,
it's like,
tell you what. Do you know that one? The name of the restaurant that we were at earlier. I'm like, do you know that place?
Yeah.
Okay. Find the owner there. Tell him Ash sent you, and he will give you a sweet discount on Bossing Say tea.
His ears kind of perk up a bit because he's got a physique similar to Iroh. I always have looked up and I always have admired tea.
It's the best stuff in the city, I swear.
And as you kind of like climb back into the rickshaw with like 3 relics kind of glistening in your hand, the remakes, kind of look up at the guys and nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it. Here, take these. I don't care about them. What do I even have?
It's a couple of basically one of each of a clone of the things you already have this time.
Oh, okay.
So like a cheap knockoff of the coral chopsticks that are just kind of like cheaply painted.
Yeah, just
you
like the plastic stuff, but not plastic.
Yeah, these you get like
plastic in this world.
No, there's no plastic. It's all made
Not
of like wood, or spirit vine has become a pretty common material because once it grows quite abundantly. As long as you get permission, it's okay to take it and harvest it in small amounts. But small amounts is a lot for any person anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so a lot of wood type things, renewable resources, stuff like that.
Nice. Go Republic City.
And he takes you over to kind of like the one smaller area before the trams, as you still have a little bit of time left before the final bell, as it were. As traffic's starting to get tighter and more congested, so you're seeing a lot more varieties of people and crowds again as you get closer back to the tram lines.
Where's the next train coming in?
Check here.
Can I...
Yeah, you can do that. Go for it.
I'm just going to pop on up on my earth stilts here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And look over the crowd. And then just hop back down and guide the other two in the shortest path. The one where it looks like we're most likely to not get left behind.
There's the cloud will keep you going pretty strong, especially with the help of the stilts. And as you go along too, there's still some vendors going around, and there's even some people who did the scavenger hunt, but for some reason or another, they realize they're not going to have time to finish it, or they have no chance of winning. So they're kind of just giving away kind of the things as people are passing by, and you're welcome to try and make your case to get a little goodie bag of like a little gacha bag of bits as you're going in.
If it means more tiny points, then I'm going to...
Each of you is welcome to make a roll for this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do I plead?
As they're making their rolls for this, Erden's just gonna like go over to the rickshaw driver as he's just about to leave and just be like, you did a good job. That was honestly well done. And he's going to give him another bag of coins and be like, take the day off, take a rest. You've earned it. And
as he does this, he's like, oh, so kind, Erden. And as he says, you've been noticed. He kind of like hands you a little token, which just says like a cart on one side and a cabbage on the other.
Erden's going to take it and be like, thank you. He's going to pocket it in a special pocket so it doesn't get mixed up with other coins and stuff.
The Merchants Guild has noticed your devotion.
It's a cab.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a token of recognition from like service workers type thing. So we do like drivers and vendors and stuff. But it's also kind of weird that he knew your name.
I did notice that. I was confused that you didn't.
Honestly, Erden either A, assumes someone said it in front of him, or B, is just so full of himself that he assumes everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, he's famous enough, right?
I think that's called
who wouldn't
narcissism.
Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's either he's like, yeah, he either heard one of like Ash or Wu say something, or he just clearly knows all the important people in town. Because why wouldn't you know all the important people in town?
So I'm gonna plead. I'm gonna make myself as miserable as possible, which I'm already sort of miserable. Like as a person, not attitude wise. And so I'm just gonna basically run from one end of the platform towards where we would load up onto the next tram when it comes in. Uh-huh. And everywhere between A and B, I'm going to hit them with a well-crafted sob story that gets more and more outlandish each person I tell it to.
Okay.
My sister needs surgery for eyes.
Right, and it's like,
I just realized that's Yu-Gi-Oh!
No legs and a headache. I have to support my 7 brothers and sisters. You know how it is. It just gets worse.
My sister's a horse.
Let's see.
I thought I was going somewhere different for a split second there.
Harmony 13.
What?
Yep. I rolled a 10 and I have +3.
Okay.
I am a miserable beggar and they cannot help but pity me.
As you like
Pity my patheticness.
As you like go from stall to stall, as your story gets like more and more intricately morose and depressing, as like, and even there's even a backtrack of like a slow violin instrumental version of like a little soldier boy playing as you're like talking to each of these people.
I resent this very much.
And like, yeah, it's in, and you've just like, picked up on like each person's like specific weakness as you just hone in like a scalpel on their weakness
my dog
and on
is
their despair
also
to
named
help.
Sparkies.
Like
He's so sad.
You've drawn so much positive karma to these people through your abject fucking lying that the world is confused as to what to do with them, as you get away with basically a golden gacha bag from each of them, with basically the last, I'm gonna spin my dice here, the last 3 of them containing a recreation relic.
Nice.
So you get
like, are these all recreations of the same 4 objects that we had, or like doubles, or
no?
Are there
these are
different things that
they're all like it's the odds of getting doubles are very low, because they're all based off of like the toys that the avatars, like the avatar test,
and at least one little monkey statue with ruby eyes and teeth.
Oh yeah, it's there. Basically, if you can imagine a little cameo I could fit in there, it's in there.
Yeah.
So you managed to get 3 major artifacts and 7 minor artifacts out of that.
Dang.
Right. I'm gonna like just push the artifacts that I got into Ash's hands, and I'm like, here, I don't deserve to have these.
You're wiping like fake tears from your face.
No,
your ass
they're
off.
real now. They're real now. I am overwhelmed with guilt.
Erden puts his arm around you. That was amazing. You need to teach me how to do that one day. That was flawless.
I just look at Ash with pain. Like, you see how much he's complimenting me. This is a sign of how terrible I am actually.
I just look back at you like bewildered at the like collection of stuff in my hand, and I'm just looking at you and I'm like, oh no, it is that bad, isn't it?
As your balance,
I just kind of stick them I stick them back in my bag, and I just kind of like hug you, but with that like, is this what I do now? Hug. But just like, there.
That's rough, buddy.
And like as you like come to terms with the emotional sacrifice you brought upon yourself and made for the group, I'll let you shift your balance one more towards center.
That's good leadership.
Taking a bullet for the spot.
Just convincing yourself that the world is awful and that you've lost your sister 7 times to cancer of the eyes.
It just made me realize that there are people out there where this is their reality, and anything as sad as I can think of are things that are in the world, and I'm basically taking... Like, it's like stolen valor, my dude.
Yeah, because like I said, you honed in onto like each of their weakness, so each of them was a little more real than you expected.
Like I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, that happened to my grandpa, or oh man, I had a dog just like that. Or
I've lived in fear of that every day of my life. As you like come back, just literally like hands exploding with like all of these extra points. You kind of hear this call, like so many things. There's still some vendors around if the other 2 want to, or the tram will be arriving shortly.
I'm good on the tram. Erden's just gonna be like, yeah, we did it. We did a good job, you guys. Yeah, I'm proud of us.
I mean, even if we didn't actually officially win, we won.
Yep.
I play with my tiny spinning drum thing.
The real tiny spinning drum was the friends we made along the way.
Finger guns.
If you don't win, the whole goal is just going to be trading all of your items to try and get just 4 mini drums. So you can just play them into combat.
Yes.
You start to stare down some enemies at one point, and you just glare at them and full water tribe glare.
I have a dream of us later on in the season being like in a stealth mission or something like that, and using the tiny drums to communicate, and the enemy just can't figure out what that noise is. The moment before we like destroy them, and
they start to get PTSD from that noise.
Well, because all they hear is
my tiny drum worthless.
Da-dun, 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 da-dun. And as you kind of all like are kind of like haphazardly carrying your armfuls of like different relics and stuff, with little kids staring at you in awe and sadness, looking at their pitiful little sacks of items, and their parents telling them it's okay, there's always next 10 years. You hop onto the tram.
In 10 years, you'll be the young adults taking this way too seriously.
Like, aw, I feel so bad for you, child. I have so many more toys than you do.
Give Rex
You don't even have any toys. But if I give you one, it lowers my chances of winning, and therefore I can acknowledge your suffering and have empathy for you without giving you one of my many, many toys.
That is a sacrifice I am not willing to make.
Maintains eye contact.
As you climb onto the tram, it's like clamoring with happiness as everyone's kind of going over. There is definitely some vibes of jealousy, as some people now know they are no longer winning. Because you have just exploded them out of the water.
Would you believe we got these all in the last half hour?
Oh my god. Just
and it took us no energy at all. It was basically the easiest thing we've ever done. I don't know why anyone would ever take this contest seriously.
4 outsiders were found crushed in a tram.
Beaten to death.
Ernest just eating that sandwich, just like sprawled out, taking up like 4 seats, being like,
oh no.
So nice.
You're rich
just whips
spreading.
Such a good day.
No, this guy brings out some like fresh rancid like wheels like seal jerky on the tram.
Yeah. He has that sandwich that Ash's buddy gave us.
Yeah.
And he's putting seal jerky on that sandwich.
Honestly, I might kill you just for that. I look at you, I make direct eye contact that you're doing it. I hold up one of the most valuable items that we have, and I look at the children over there who are sad, and I just kind of like, I could give it to them. I could give it to them right now. I could give several of these to them.
And as the camera pans out, as the mood slowly sours going around the tram, it's just like it all started all happy, and it's like as the tram journey's going longer, everyone's getting like more and more salty and sour. As like the cam zooms out on like a happy, joyful festival with like streamers and light beacons and like powder fireworks. As you guys approach, there's like some of those like dour, like purple sad lines over the top, overlaid on your tram.
We are definitely the bad guys.
As you go to meet Erden, or as you go to meet Jane up.
I never claimed I wasn't.
And with that, I was the narrator Light on episode 4.
And Bev, the salty.
Moon, the very sad.
And Erden, the always cheerful.
And this...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's you.
Okay. And
we were sponsored by nobody, everybody. Good night. Yes.
Awesome. Good night.
Perfect.